do we operate with the world around us? And then we have, like you see, what are the, very important, what are the six senses? You see, smell, taste, hearing, touch, sight, emotional perception. Because emotional perception means that not necessarily it's true. It's very personal. So it's personal, then it's perceptional. The same thing, you can laugh on one thing, that can other one can make, the same thing can make other cry. And that is when you start fighting with someone on the social media, none of you are right? There is your opinion or your point of view, there is my point of view, and there is ultimate truth. And usually it's somewhere in between.
Everyone's got a finger to point.
Yeah, and that's a whole, yes, Vedran.
Okay, so we have the client out there with the puppy love program, and you can explain that later. But she was asking about, she wants to bring in a trainer tomorrow, and then we got to talking, so I was explaining her the ritual, the timeout, the barking, and she's interested in all of that, and it comes naturally to her, but she has one question that's kind of in your alley. So either if you can go talk to her later outside privately, it's her and her two kids, like she's a really nice lady, or you can use it as a practical example, and we can invite them to class, and you can explain to her how to deal with the new puppy while they're being bathed. How does that sound?
Yeah, bring her, I would kind of like bring her in. That would be nice.
Her question specifically was, and the children are there, so it's kind of inappropriate, just because I know the answer, but it's like, why is the puppy that's 6 months humping everything? And then they were like, oh, I'm gonna get it nude and spayed, but you'll learn about that as well.
Okay.
Should I say that?
Huh?
Are you sure you want to say that?
But that's what I was saying, not in front of the kids.
Okay,
so
okay,
then
okay.
maybe just give her like the general, and then you can talk to her privately later on and tell her.
I don't see saying that. That's interesting. Why the dog is humping everyone? Well,
Oh, yeah.
well, lady, there is something going on.
It's on neutered, so.
Are there,
That's a logical explanation.
there's multiple reasons for it, right?
There is a multiple ways to explore the same thing. Why specifically this one?
Yeah.
That's always like, why this one? So what I wanted to say there is always everything depends on how do you make everything kind of like put in a perspective, and that's where very important. Generalization for the dog's brain is very important. And when working with the dog, all six senses are merging into one experience at the moment. So everything counts. And everything that the dog smell, taste, hear, sound, the way it was touched, the sight is so, no, the sight is what did they see, and emotional perception, when all of that blends, hi, welcome, 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 yeah, find your places and feel comfortable, please. Welcome to our little class. Okay, so you got a puppy when? My name is Sasha.
We just got him, so he's about, I've been having him for about a month, and he's just been barking and barking and barking and barking.
Barking.
I said I was gonna do some training classes on tomorrow.
Okay.
He was telling me something totally different that sounded really good. Even my granddaughter said it sounded better.
Okay, nice. Yeah, because we have, there is a way how we can how we can work with the dogs. Like one is training them. We train dogs to obey. And that's outside influence. And usually is done through the positive or negative reinforcement, right? So when he barks, he would get a little shock, or when he would bark, you would do something, so he would remember that when he barks, he's going to be punished. But what that brings actually is the layers of the traumatization.
Okay.
It's one trauma, why he's barking, replaced with a trauma that's going to keep this one under control. But it's still creating a layers of conditioning. And that later on can leave a mark on the physiology. and it might cause some physiological, sickness or illness later in life. Does not necessarily need to happen like in 2 years or 3 years, can be 5 or 10. Because we have a lot of examples from the human physiology in which it was experiment with a little child. He was exposed to the fear and died 6 years later. So it didn't affect him then and there. The body tried to cope with it as long as it could, and then collapsed. So now, what do we do with the dogs? So there is what is the option? So when the dog barks, there is a reason for barking. Always, the dog wants to. And is he barking at you, or he's barking at someone? That's the very.
What is he doing, Nyla? He's just barking at, huh? Yeah, whoever he sees, he's barking.
So he's barking to
He
some.
don't bark at me, but he barks, and they just came over, so he's barking at the kids, but he sort of calmed down last night, right?
Yeah.
And, but the people outside, they're just like, oh my God.
Okay.
And what really got me when we went to get him his shots, and all the other dogs was just chilling. They were all cool, just like this one right here. And when he came in, he just was like, and all the dogs was looking like, hey guy, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
That's the way they were looking at him.
Yeah.
But they said he was probably just afraid because he's.
That's usually. Actually, what he's doing is he's protecting you. So that's his intention, because he thinks, and usually that happens if we do not give them time to grieve their previous whatever life they had before you, right? Yeah. And that usually happens when you bring the dog at home. They need to have a 3-day period of being ignored. So what they want at that point is, why they are jumping. You bring the dog at home, right? And they are jumping at you. They want to be on you, and what they are actually telling you, please take me back. I want to go back to my mom. I want to go back to my sisters. I want to.
A video. What happened was someone sent me a video, and I literally it hurt my heart of where he was. It was trauma because the guy was walking up to him inside the cage, and he started barking till he went into that scream. Like,
Okay,
and it was just
but
horrible.
yeah, but how it happens when I must put this comparison because it's the same in his little mind. The women will leave the abusive relationship and go into the safe house.
That's true.
And 3 days later want to come back, want to go back to the same place. Because there is something greater in that relationship there, because what is on stake? This is terrible, but at least it's familiar. I don't know.
But it's not. I'm a product of that because I went through that.
But why?
The mindset. You're right. Because it was like, okay, it was a comfortable place. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to come take over class, but
No. It is because we need to learn.
Something that I was there in that situation, so I know about the abusive stuff.
So what do we go through actually? We don't know, will it be better? I don't know, will the place I'm going to gonna be even worse than this one here?
Right.
So that's why they always, when they search for that couple of days of please take me up, and they're jumping at you and they want to be, only thing they want is just take me home.
So can I tell you
Take me
what
home.
he did?
Yep.
I once he got there and the people couldn't believe, because this is what they said about him is that there's no rehabilitation. They said that he's an aggressive dog and they don't know what to do with him, right? And so when they said send me a video, and he was jumping loops and catching freebies and all kinds of they were like, wait a minute, this is not the same dog. And people couldn't believe it because he actually looks at TV with me too. So it's a difference, but I guess I don't know what had happened, but I know it had to be some kind of a trauma.
So now you have an extra layer in which you turn to be his savior.
Yes.
And now he wants to protect you from anything and everyone.
So that's what it is.
That's what he's barking, because that's why he's barking because that was very important. Does he barks for the attention at you, or he's barking at someone else? And when they are doing that, actually what the dogs are doing is, mommy, look, there is someone, and there is someone, and this can hurt us, and that can hurt us. And why? Because he have this idea that the world is hurtful place. That's his experience. Yeah. And now you are a source of his security. So now he wants to protect you from the world, the only world he knows exists. That's abusiveness. So what you actually do there is you need to get into the rituals, and then Vedran can send you a little notebooks, and as we're going to see you on a weekly basis now until he's going to be 6 months old, then we can go over, how can I say, talking. Every time you come here and say, okay, I was able to do this, not that, and kind of like talk to us how this went through. But the first thing to understand is he's doing this to protect you. And there is a 3-step how the barking can be instantly stopped. Okay. So first would be acknowledge. When he barks at something, usually what we do is we go there and stop, don't do that, don't, right? We are trying to calm him down, right? Yes. Don't do that, right? Yes. In his mind, what you are doing, you are joining him, and he can't believe that you are actually wanting to calm him down. So in his little mind, you are joining him to attack whoever you are, because he doesn't think you are screaming at him. He thinks you are barking with him to that whatever he barks. So he just increases the barking.
Oh, wow, okay.
And he will never stop because you are just enforcing him to bark even more, right? So what we do is we say thank you. The first thing is thank you. Because you are doing your job, thank you. And the thank you is immediately calm, brings calmness to the energy, because thank you, okay, thank you. Because you won't bark. Because you see him, he doesn't, you don't hear him.
I did do that. I say, good boy, good boy. But
so,
now I
thank you.
What you're saying, that makes sense. Oh wow, that's amazing.
Thank you. Now, that oftentimes wouldn't be, for highly reactive dogs, that wouldn't be enough just to say thank you. So he would stop probably for a second, because now you're going to confuse him. Because until yesterday you was yelling at him, now you're telling him thank you. But you need to understand that that's his job, to alert, to signal, yes, to protect, right? But it's not his to protect you from whatever. That's your job, to protect him. So what would be the next step? Phase 2, there is a step. So he continues to bark, okay? So then you need to stand up calmly, whatever you are doing. And then, for example, let's say this is your puppy, okay? And you're here, right? Because this would be the situation. He would usually be in between whatever he barks at and you. So usually the dog is there, okay, right? So you're here, he's barking there. You told him thank you, and it didn't work for the first time, so the dog is keep barking, right? Right. So what you do is you stand up and calmly go in between him and whatever he barks at. Okay? So you are here now. And you then turn around and you say him, it's okay. You tell to the dog it's okay. So now you not only told him, you interrupted his motion, you stood in between him and the danger. Okay. You observed the situation, and from now on, he has nothing to do with it anymore. Okay. You understand?
It was a man, so he did that. Yeah, it was a guy, and so, yeah.
So you need to come in between. And also, if he barks at anything and anyone, right, the situation is always the same. Even if it's imaginary whatever, he's barking at the doors or he's barking anywhere, right? Yes. You need to be in between them, and now you also physically presented yourself as someone that has everything under control. It's not yours to take. If he continues to bark, then you pick him up and time out. Put him out in a timeout somewhere. In some room, in a bathroom, in another room where is no one, right? Close the door, no eye contact, no talking to him. Just take him up, put him in a other room, and close the door and wait for him to come. Maybe he'll cry, maybe he'll jump, maybe he'll, whatever he's doing, don't react. You need 5 consecutive seconds of his peace, that he's not doing nothing, and just open the door.
Okay.
And he'll come back, and no talking to him at all. So no talking, no talking. So what is first time you acknowledge, thank you. I hear you, I know that someone is there, thank you. If that's not enough, second step is this one. You come in between him, you turn back to him, and you look at whatever he's barking at.
Okay.
Door, window, person, whatever, right?
Okay.
You turn to him and you say, it's okay. So all of that is bringing energy down, you know?
And how long did it take? So I'm just trying.
Like I must tell you, when we took a puppy, he was a very reactive dog.
Oh, really?
Very reactive. And we were taking him from the Georgia, and we were traveling to, where was that? For the first time, LA. So from Georgia to LA. So it was a long drive. So the first night, he barked at any single thing that was moving on the corridor in this hotel that we slept.
Right, right.
And I told him, thank you. I told him, I stood up, I told him it's okay. He barked, I put him in a toilet for 7 seconds because he stopped barking,
Right.
and he never ever barked again.
Oh, really?
No. Because what did you show him with this? Let's say he comes to be put in isolation, timeout. What you are telling him? You don't belong. This behavior does not belong in this group. And for every social animal, being expelled and excluded from the group is the highest punishment the dog can get. So whenever he does something you disapprove, you never engage in that. You don't punish him and you don't reward him for doing good. No, you just don't. So how do we raise the dog properly? Because the acceptable and desirable behavior is očekivano, expected. You don't need to be trained to behave properly. You don't need, this is the environment. I, as an owner, I set the stage. These are the borders. Within here, you can do whatever you want. Stepping outside, it's outside. So whenever he engages in the thing you don't approve, ignore it. Don't punish him. Because sometimes the biggest punishment to a dog is ignore. Because oftentimes they would include in the destructive behavior same like a kid's.
Yes.
Because the only way to get the attention of their parents would be if the principal calls home. That they did something in school. Now the principal tells them they're not good in the school. Then mom comes, and then the kid have attention of the mom. But in order to get attention of the mom, first they need to do something bad. So how do you deal with that? You ignore bad behavior. The bad behavior does not bring any attention, neither reward or punishment. So we need to disengage in this behavior because it doesn't bring anything.
So is the biting, not the hurt biting, but what kind of biting he was doing? Play biting. Is that acceptable or no?
No, why? Because that can trigger. So what you do is ouch. You need to say ouch. Ouch. Move the hand and do nothing. No punishment, no say nothing. It's just ouch. Hurting me. And ignore. He bites, you put him down. He bites, you put him down. He bites, you put him down. Because the dog is not a stupid animal. If they do something that does not bring anything, they're going to stop doing it. And sometimes the punishment is also from the point of abused animal, the punishment also can be attention.
Okay.
So they can engage in a destructive behavior in order to be punished because at least I'm loved. Someone sees me. Ignore. So behavior that you want to, you don't reward because it's expected to be there. And the destructive behavior is ignored. And you have 3 levels of, the highest level to ignore is timeout. If you ignore him and his play bite. So play bite means that you need to engage in play.
Okay.
You don't engage in that. You would tell, he bites one, you say, ouch, that's it. You hurt me. And there is a line. Next time when you say, ouch, and you don't engage anymore in that behavior, he won't do it. And what trainers sometimes do with that kind of the behavior, they want to make it be, they want to punish it. So usually those trainings are done either with the, when he does this, then you distract call him there and reward him when he comes. Or punishment, shock collar, e-collars.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yes. Both of those things are leaving a mark on physiology, and actually, you see that you are now great with that dog because he wants your attention, and you do not give any attention. So he's gonna give up on you very soon.
Right.
You do the same with your dog.
Okay.
Ignore behavior that's not desirable, and do not engage in anything that you disapprove. Don't engage. That's very difficult. That's the most difficult thing. Because sometimes they are so cute that you want to engage.
Right.
Learning to ignore is the most important. And there is like, I tend to teach people as much as I can, but usually the people come too late. Because the first 72 hours are the most important. And if you leave the dog alone for 72 hours, 3 days, they're going to reset the brain completely from where they came.
Oh, really? Okay.
But that's usually what we don't do. What we do, oh, puppy, cute, we don't know that. True, we don't know that.
So are you online?
Yeah, we are. We have a lot of online. Sasha Riess, you can follow me online. And then you can find, you can get this Doggy Mom Academy, and there I explained a lot. That's like online course for how much?
How long have you been doing this as far as a school?
I'm in a school, we came to partner with the school 3 years ago. But I do this since I was 16,
Okay.
and now I'm 51. It's kind of like a long journey, yeah. So the difference in between training and teaching is outcome is different. Because when you teach someone something, then they want to learn it.
Right.
So the dog wants to learn where is his place. And they are very curious about that. Where in a training, you have making a dog obey.
So is it okay? Because I have cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm just going to look and see how he's going to do. And he did fine. He was running around. And next thing you know, I seen him jumping from couch to couch.
Okay.
Then he got on top of the table and he was looking. And then I just started calling him through the camera. He started looking, wait a minute, where is she at? You know. But
Look at, we can try this experiment here. Is he in a bathtub still or not yet?
She has him wrapped on the top. Sasha wrap.
Okay. Okay, so when he's done, I'm gonna show you that. Once she's done. Once she's done, then we're gonna bring this dog out so he don't react on him. Okay?
So how old is this little here?
4 years. 4 years. 4 years, yes. 4 years.
No more barking at all.
No, he barks because that's his job, but not crazy barking. Because every single time he barks, I say thank you, or I say it's okay, or I take him in a timeout, so he know the drill. So he wouldn't go to timeout anymore.
Why do they say that Chihuahuas are like, you just can't train them? Have you heard that before?
Yeah, I do, and unfortunately, now you're gonna maybe understand this much more than we, but it's very, and I don't want to insult on any level, but it's the same comparison. Just because you look different doesn't mean that there is a reason for you to behave different. And we abolished that race construct in human relationships.
Wow, that is amazing. Hey, I never thought about that.
But we still somehow think that because they look alike, they should be labeled as something.
Right.
It's no. Because it's a first dog. Like we are all first human beings, and just after outcome of the many, many, many other situations that shapes us for who we are. And when I say that online, I'm just attacked like there is no tomorrow. And I said, like, somehow something got into our mind that doesn't matter the how do we label anything? Is it a color of the skin, or it's like a national heredity or whatever? Whenever we were building the society on those premises, we ended up in a slavery, in concentration camps, and others are better than the others just because what, right? Labels that are assigned with no reason. So we build, we kind of like breed dogs selectively for 500 years.
Right.
And the dogs exist on the planet for tens of thousands of years. So every single, now the Chihuahua barks, and the Husky barks, and the Papillon barks, and any mixed breed barks, and they bite. So it's nothing to do with the breed.
Because that's what they label it. Yeah, that's true. You're right.
That's what they're labeled like. And once you release that, the whole new world opens. Now you are dealing with the dog.
Period.
Full stop. No matter how it looks, no matter who it is, nothing matters. Only your relationship with your dog, that's what matters. And the way you behave towards them, gonna shape how they're gonna behave towards the world. The same construct we have inside the kids and the family. And this is the outcome of ignore.
Wow, that's amazing too. Yeah.
So that's, he still looks at you. You see, he was going to the kids, but they ignored him you guys are natural with the dogs. Great job. And then he came to the grandma, your grandma to both, right? Yes. He came to grandma, and he was trying to get her attention, but you are also natural, because usually the people would go immediately to him. You didn't.
Yeah.
So that means you're natural. So just implement that with your own dog, you're gonna go far. Ignore is outcome.
So
and now you can, now.
The training thing tomorrow, because I was supposed to go to the park or whatever, but I like this better.
Because if you take a dog to a dog park, it's like bringing the addict or alcoholic person into a liquor store telling them don't drink.
Oh, wow.
Because you are bringing him to the same thing that makes him anxious. Other dogs. So what? You take him to a park, he already gonna react. And when the thing is happening, when the dog is already in reactive states, you can't do nothing with that animal. What we need to do is prepare us properly, so when we go to the park, he's indifferent to the other dogs. And that's actually working with the brain. We are just on that lesson, you see. So there is how the dog, we experience the world through the smell, taste, hearing, touch, sight, emotional perception. All of those things are combined in one thing, but what actually gives the outcome of our behavior is a brain. But once triggered, the brain must cause effect.
Yes.
So you cannot take the dog into a reactive environment and expect the brain not to react. That just doesn't happen. So every single time when we are on some diet, or we go to the kind of like addiction, kind of like rehab, the first thing they do is get rid of everything that might stimulate you to do it again and wait for the next Monday. The better time to come. No, not now, it's now. So why? Because we're gonna prepare ourselves enough to develop our brain enough so when we see it next time, it doesn't bother us anymore. So we do a different reactions. So unfortunately, and that's exactly where you are invited. You are invited into stressful environment.
Okay.
So the dog can be hurt when try to do something that's not approved. So usually what the trainers would do, I don't know particularly this person, but what usually in those situations would be done is actually they place a little collar on them, and when they bark, they just send a little signal, and it shocks him.
That's that shocker thing.
Yeah, shocker thing, yeah.
Oh, no.
It will bring results, because it's gonna immediately tell them, if you do this, then gonna happen this. But also, if it's done with someone that really doesn't know what they're doing, the message to the dog can be confronting, And what we see oftentimes is actually that the dog that are gadget trained get worse because they get more confused, they get more scared, and out from that, they might even increase the level of aggression. So if he was just play biting, he might start biting for real. You know, like, how you say that, skin burst, or how can I say that, right? Skin breaking, yeah. And they do just that, and I think, like, was I able to, like, bring the message through? Was you able to understand everything I said?
Yes.
Huh?
This was so wonderful. I'm glad, and I got it for free. So
Yeah. No, because that...
I've been online looking, dog whisper, dog whisper, dog whisper, and I just been looking and trying to say, okay, they're saying this dog is, you can't. And you know, one of the series, he said, I can't do anything. I can't do anything.
Who said that?
What's his name? One dog whisperer. So, but it was the lady that was, the dog had been traumatized and she didn't know what to do. So she had the dog like, it was her baby, and the dog was, when she bought the dog for her son, so the dog was biting the son. I mean, literally biting into the skin. And so when Dog Whisperer came, she didn't want to release and try to see what could help. And so he said, there's nothing I can do for this Chihuahua. And I was like, no, that's not true. So I went to the next one, and so, but you're right, they label the Chihuahuas as being, oh, they're just biters.
And that's it. And then you agreed, no, it's not. No, it's not like that, because, you know, that's perfect example. And I think, like, when the people are, because, you know, on Serbian, in our language, the race and the breed is the same word. It's not, there is no different words in between, for example, human race, whichever, right? And the dog breeds. It's the word that we use to describe both is a race, subcategory of the same species. Just the look is different. So now he got your attention because you look at him, yeah. Yeah, but okay. So when your puppy gonna be done, we're gonna bring this out so he don't have stimulus, and we're gonna bring him here in a room, and all you need to do is just ignore him. Every single one of he gonna bark, he gonna try to get attention. All we need to do is ignore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people possibility. So he'll need time. Ignore. So we're gonna keep talking, and you kids don't even, so no eye contact, no petting, no nothing. And if he jumps, very important, that because that can speed the process, because you know, oftentimes when you start doing something, you need to be persistent. Persistent, 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 persistent. Show that video of the nervous cell. You can find it on your YouTube, and then you can play it here. Because that's what you need to do, and where the persistent actually brings the result, and how all of this that I talked to you bring the results. I don't think so you have it there, it's on YouTube. Oh, you have it, there it is. That's the one. Just play it on a big screen. I want you to see this, because this is what you need to do. Interesting, right?
So is neutering safe? It's okay? I have to ask that question.
Good question, but you know, it's
Because it's getting ready to happen.
when?
Next month for him, because he's mounting, and he's mounting. And
He's just doing the dominance over you, because he's showing, yeah. But it, you know, kind of like there is a way to do it, but what you need to do it is actually not get rid of the hormones. That's the most important thing.
Don't do that.
I cannot tell you that.
I need to know, because everybody's saying he needs to be done. There usually starts around 4 months, but he's 6 and a half. He needs to be done as soon as possible. That's what the SBC says.
So you know how? Yeah, of course, because that's where they are getting their money from. So what actually?
Wow.
But yeah, because how, you know, the testosterone. Look at this. Testosterone is very important hormone of the dog's body, right? And for example, the growth hormone and the testosterone interact together. So the body grows until the body is not mature. And how the body gonna know it's mature? The testosterone gonna be released. So the moment testosterone gets released, the growth hormone stops being released. So now we have all of these dogs that are giant like this, neutered at age of 4, and all kind of diseases, cancers, things that are not able to be fixed are directly linked to the early spaying and neutering and spaying and neutering at all. Because you cannot mutilate the body, expect nothing to change and everything to stay the same, even if though the behavior gonna change. Usually, sometime, and usually in this kind of the situation, oftentimes can lead to even more aggressive dog. Because why? Because the dog learned that in this environment, he need to lead. So he need to be a protector from everything and everyone, right? And you take him away the hormones that might support him in that journey, and now the dog want to do it, but don't have the tools to do it. Want to protect you, but doesn't feel able to protect you. And that creates some more frustration. And in order for me to demonstrate, I'll just use the exercise I had with my class yesterday. To je kao da ja sada počnem da pričam na srpskom jeziku, a da vi ništa ne razumete. I da krenem da objašnjavam i da pričam i da to traje tipa ceo mjesec dana da ja vam objašnjavam šta zapravo vi treba da uradite sa svojim psom, a da vi to ne možete da razumete. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So I saw every single one of you got my attention.
Yes,
Caught
we
me.
did, because we were trying to, yes.
So you heard me talking,
Right,
you saw me talking,
right.
but you didn't have how to process the information. Your brain was stuck because there was not enough nervous cell that connected to sound, bring it to acknowledgement,
Right.
understanding. If you castrate your dog, that's exactly what happens to them. They want to do something, but they can't. And now, can you imagine I was talking to you like for less than 1 minute? If this would be...
The first person that I've heard say this, everyone that I've talked to said that it needs to be done now.
I'm going to send you there is a whole world of holistic integrative veterinarians that are fighting this nonsense. Even the Small Animal Veterinary Association released a statement and recommendation that castration and sterilization should be performed only to the people not able to properly care for their animals. So not that neutering is irresponsible ownership, because you should be able to lead your animal properly without mutilating them. So if you are, not you, if the person is irresponsible or not able to care for their animal properly, they should mutilate it. But it shouldn't be a reason, and they need to assign all of those problems that come with early spay and neutering or spay and neutering at all, right? They would say, oh...
He's going to run. He's going to run off. That's what they're saying. He's
Yeah.
going to run, and he's going to try to go find another. And so, yeah.
So when the dog is, because what's the most important group for every dog? It's a family.
Right.
So the family is something that needs to have a strong bond. And if you have a strong bond with your dog, you are the top of the mountain of his world. He no go anywhere,
Okay.
right?
That makes sense.
But if you are not,
Yes.
of course they're going to go to try to find something else. And because they are leaders, they are alpha, they are trying to find a new pack, other group to connect and maybe have puppies. But if you are the center of their universe, because you have a pack of the wolf. Pack of the wolf. Only mother and the father are the breeding pair. You have a lot of males and females inside the pack. None of them is breeding anyone and anything, and they don't run away.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing.
Play
That's amazing. 'Cause
play this
I
thing.
was really gonna go because everyone is pushing me toward it. You need to have it done. You need to have it done. Different places that I call, you need to have it done as soon as possible.
Are you playing it?
So I just figured it was just what we're supposed to do.
Well, obviously you didn't do it because you feel deep down that it's not right to be, something is going on. Yeah. I'm going to send you, there is entire, and there is a big reason, you know, people like me are very much, you know, you don't love animals. How this can be possible? I want to keep animal intact. Who don't love the animal? Where this nonsense is coming from? Well, the people are breeding and it's irresponsible. Punish them.
But don't sterile, yeah.
What does it mean that everyone, because of them, now the entire world need to mutilate the dogs? Because of that, but do education. Educate people like you came, learn something, so the relationship you have with your dog does not lead to you abandoning it tomorrow because you don't know what to do. You tried everything, you just never heard the alternatives.
Right.
You see this? So this here is something, this is a brain. So this is a nervous cell of the brain. So this is an established neural pathway, and this is, for example, something that triggers. So there is the dog sees something or hears something, and in between seeing and acting upon it is a clear path, already established. It's a routine. Someone touches you, you turn around. Someone talks, you listen, right? But if we want to develop a new way of understanding the world around us, everything, and now play. So look at what's going on here. Play. So you see these not touching. So this neural pathway is a new. But occasionally these two gonna come to be one. And this is what you see how they're touching each other because there is a new environmental possibility. And they're gonna touch, you see, slowly. This is a process of learning. Repetition, 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 repetition. Or trauma. Trauma as well, because these two come very easily, very quickly, if we are traumatized. Because then we are in a survival mode and the brain is trying to protect us and the brain is trying to find the fastest way to solve the problem of the trauma. And then when you are exposed to a pain, when doing something, then the brain actually does, it's instant. But that's what's actually the trauma. The definition of trauma is interrupted movement. When I wanted to do something, but I was not allowed. Traumatizes. Kids, parents, dogs, and oftentimes many of those things are done unintentionally. Because it doesn't matter what intention of the teacher or the parent was.
So basically, with them doing that procedure, it's just basically all about money. Because
it is all about money.
One is doing it.
Yeah, because they are forcing. They said, oh, you're going to get a testicle cancer, or you're going to run away, or it's going to bite, or it's going to hump, or it's going to do this, or it's going to do that. No, it's not. It's not. It's kind of like, you know, they said like a chop off the breasts because you might get a breast cancer.
Right. Yeah.
That Angelina Jolie was trying to do the PR for that.
Yeah.
She has this gene, and her mom and whatever, and let me just chop them off,
Yes.
and then I'm gonna be free, cancer free. Yeah, but people develop a brain cancer, so just get that off the way, right?
Yeah.
So this is where you have a real life against we have maybe a little time. Pull up that interview with Karen Becker on a YouTube. You can find on YouTube. Let me find it. So while we are waiting, I'm gonna send you this link so you can watch entire interview. But Carrie Becker and Rob interview. I'll tell you exactly. Put the interview, Karen Becker. Okay, no. Let's say, no. Put spay and neuter. Maybe she's. There, that one.
25 seconds.
Yeah, put that one. Let's see what they say. That's the one I want to see. So I'm going to send you the full
Thank you.
entire this. Let me just see, where is the thing? Oh, maybe this is. Oh, TV is thing.
The global neutering guidelines. Finally, we have validation with the largest organization in the world. It is a cause for one thing that we really want to celebrate. Peter, having this conversation 1 year ago, us three would be like anecdotal. Sure, there's a couple studies, but what is the World Health Organization of pets think about this? Well, the World Small Animal Veterinary Association has just recently updated the global neutering guidelines. Finally, we have validation with the largest organization in the world. It is a cause for rejoice.
Wow.
So the veterinarians are actually suggesting guidance, and they said, like, if you have a problems, if you want to control the population, so you don't want to, if you have a female and male and you don't want to get them together, the procedure still can be done, but not taking out the ovaries or the testicles. You need to do the hysterectomy, just take out the uterus,
Right.
or kind of like a vasectomy, like a man would do, kind of like a, and then you can still have a intact hormones within the body, but without unwanted pregnancies of the
So
of the
what do you
dogs.
suggest before is when that whatever starts happening to how, what do I do?
If you want to kind of like neuter him,
Right.
just do vasectomy. Find a holistic vet that know how to perform vasectomy.
Okay.
Is that a dog? Done?
Well, would they?
No, take, znači znaš šta da,
I don't know.
just one second, jel on gotov? Znači nosi njega tamo i ovo kad uđeš samo ga pusti unutra. Ne prvo, slušaj šta ti kažem. No, first, that dog there.
Standing right here. If I pass with him,
Yeah, just pass the way, go.
So,
So now, wait, just one second. So now he's coming, okay?
okay.
No eye contact, no talking,
No.
and if he jumps at you, just gently push him away. Okay, gently push him away, like this, like look at the other side and push him away.
wait like 30 seconds, and I sit down and just let him into the class. No rules. Freely.
Yeah. And what we are looking for is how long it's going to take for him to lay down, to calm down. But we can still talk about. Yeah, maybe you can put it. Yeah, just put it there. Maybe he'll go in a bed, so he at least have some.
Now I know.
No, put it ne tako daleko. Put it here. Vedreš, šta ti je? Here, there, there you go. In the middle of no one, right? So he cannot have anyone. Yeah. So, and this would be like action thing. So the worst case I had was a dog that was barking. So you have different options. Like you, as you go through this puppy love program, you can come and report this happened, I did that, and things like that. Then what we have, what is the online program, the Doggy Mom Academy? That's $40-something. You can enroll that online. No eye contact. Talk to me. Like what? Talk to me. You can talk. Yeah, like that.
I didn't know about that, about the animals, but with dogs, how there's a way to like spay and neuter them,
Mhm.
like messing up their hormones, basically.
Yeah, there is a. Thank you, John. Thank you. Yeah, just go. Thank you. So what he usually does is he's going after her. Why? Because he had a great contact with her. She's a great lady, and immediately now he doesn't mind you.
Yes.
He want to go after her. Now he gonna hear your voice, be happy. But you see, he's pretty much calm because he don't know the environment.
Right.
Exploring. Okay, he's now kind of like getting. He's so cute, actually. Ignore. There you go. Perfect. So that's where the dog is actually getting a straight signal about my space, my time. There is no time for togetherness now. And what they're going to do, they're going to wait for the time when you have time for them, and then you spend time perfectly. But the only important thing is that you call them, right? Not he coming to you, but you calling him. And you're going to see all of that in, if you, what is the price for the Doggy Mom Academy online course? $97. So you can take that course, and everything what I told you is explained, like why there is a reason. Leave him alone. No,
No,
no, don't. I said no. Everything that he does is actually just taking an attention. It doesn't mind. I'm gonna clean, but I want him to try to find a way around everything, because this is what the dog do. The dog mark. The dog try to get their way around. But the only way to solve that problem long run is not to give attention to it. No attention. And if he's a little boy, if he does this all the time, you can solve that. Just put a little diaper, male diaper. It's much better, much easier for the males than for the females. Okay. Just put a diaper on him and you're done. Because that's all, you see, he get the poop there, he gonna get the poop here, he gonna get poop everywhere, just to get your attention and mark his territory.
So that's what I said, he's marking.
Yeah, he's marking.
He's marking, yeah.
But you can't punish him for that, because that's what the dog does. That's what the dog do. And you can't punish him for what he is. You just need to teach him, actually inspire his behavior within your environment the way you want. That's all. And so actually who we need to train are the people.
Right.
And then when trained people communicate with their dog properly, then the dogs are quiet like our dog. Like, he can be here, he don't need to be here, you can be here, everyone is here, like he does. You can tell like how he behave when we have a class and everything. So so now I don't see him as an aggressive, or I wouldn't label him anything.
And so I knew the difference. I knew he wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't.
It was just a fearful reaction to an abused environment. You see, he goes and pees, and when he marks the entire territory, he's gonna start. What he's looking now is first showing us that he's the boss, and then later on he's gonna look for what he's looking for actually is the strongest chain. Who is the one that he can rely on?
Okay.
Right? But he didn't run immediately. I was thinking, the way you explained him, I was thinking he's gonna immediately run in here and try to make this place his, but he's pretty clever. And you know why? On top of everything, he interacted with Jana for like half an hour, and she is already calmed him down by doing the things she did to him the way she did to him. So occasionally he's gonna lay down because no one is giving any attention to him. And that's where you get a physiology that might be responsive and not reactive. But for that you need to have a calm place, environment. And then the kids also, like the only way to support his growth when you are there, ignore. You see, there is a third time he's pooping. So that's not a thing that he has to know, but he is actually, whatever he has in him, he's carefully putting in the corner so he marks his territory. And after he's done, then he would start going after us. So it's very predictable behavior.
Okay. Yeah, because I knew that he was marking the way outside. I said, you're marking the whole perimeter by.
Yeah, he does. That's kind of like what they do. And if he does that in a house and you really can't do nothing, just put a diaper on it and that's it. You have a male diaper, just he doesn't have a big coat. It's just kind of going to be very easy for him, and then he can mark. And also the way why they stop marking if they wear the diaper, it's again like they mark, but there is no mark. So they're going to stop doing it because.
So how long do we have to wear that?
Until he stops.
Okay.
It wouldn't bother you. It's kind of like just there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but he will stop when you start introducing all of these rituals to the, and then if that doesn't work, so there is a last layer in which me or someone that works with the dog on this, so there you go, perfect. Push him away. No eye contact. Wonderful. Good job, Noah. No, it's great. Noah, right? Noah? And what's your name? Miles? Nile? Nyla. And yours? Noah, yeah. Noah. Okay, so, and then there is the last stage. If you can do this with our, guidance and my social media and this little course, then we do that. It's a lifetime course that you get, but we need to come to your home, and then I see the way you interact with him, and he interact with home, but that's like $500. Kind of like a service and it's lifetime. Because only what you need, why? Because you are explained then everything that we talk, but much focused with the context within your home, right? Then requires me coming there and then spending like 2-3 hours with you and him to guide you through all of this, what you need to do in order to create for him safe environment in which he's gonna finally relax. But there is a lot of stages you can do it on your own with these investments that we shaped.
I see improvement already. So,
Yeah. Not reactive at all, because he's put in very calm environment and no one is giving any attention and he's trying to do his job. There you go. Thank you. Okay. So now he saw the dog. There you go. No, I'm kind of like coming to you. It's okay. Thank you. Now you do the same, because he's now protecting you of me.
thank you. Thank you.
Stand up. Come in front of me.
In front of you?
No, there. You need to be in front of me and... No. Me. Here. Like that. Okay, perfect. Now you stand it. Okay, now again, closer to me. You need to be in between me and him. No. There, here. There you go. And now turn to him and say, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's enough. Go back to yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, and now we're going to ignore this barking completely. You did your job. There you go. Because that's the other option. If we would put him now in timeout, right? There is an option now to put him in timeout because you did everything you could. But I don't see this as such a high-end kind of like bark in order to be punished. With a,
So what was the barking after he was so calm and he went into the bark?
he saw himself in the mirror.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. He just,
So that actually took him up and running. But you see, actually, with you performing those couple of things, calm his barking completely. And now that he sees that this is like a safe environment, he might lay down. Maybe it's gonna take him like maybe 5-10 minutes more, but he'll...
Is he alone? He looked like he's a mix of something.
Yeah, it's not a Chihuahua. It's kind of like, he does have some Pomeranian things. He does look like have some, I don't know, Chihuahua for sure. And this is, and you know, this is very important one. When he barks at someone, like he's barking at me now, the only thing you need to do is ignore, because this is afraid bark.
Is that what it is?
He's afraid, right? Because he's confused with the situation. But he also barks backward to you. So he kind of tried to protect you from us. And you can do it again. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's not. It's a door. Come.
The door.
Yeah, come. There you go. Like that. Turn to him. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
And go back. Works. We'll need more time. We'll need more time to assess the situation, to understand the meaning of the movement and the motions and everything. And also outside, the dogs are barking. So with only this one, because I was thinking he's barking at me, I didn't see him because I didn't give him eye contact. So I was thinking he's barking at me, but he was barking at the door because of the dogs. So when I gave him instruction, come in instead of me, I was not a threat. The door was a threat. So that's why he didn't stop barking for the first time. It's because he was not barking at me. He was barking at the door. So the moment you release him from barking at the door, he stopped barking. So that's why it's very important to understand what he's barking at. I messed up here because I was thinking he's barking at me, right? But you see, The thank you and it's okay energy is immediate. Intention of the words are calming the situation down.
So what is he again? He's mixed with something else because
This is ignore because this is barking at me. No, you can talk now. You can talk, you can talk.
no, I was wondering, he's a mix of what?
I don't know, but it's not a pure Chihuahua. It can be like a long coated Chihuahua with something, and that something is a lot of things, possibilities to be a lot of other things, right?
I was wondering.
Yeah.
He's different.
Yeah. So now you can, what you can actually do, you can just this is closed, right? The thing, the garage. Yeah, it's closed, right? Yeah. You just take him up and put him there in that door outside. No eye contact, no nothing. Just pick him up. And just close him out. Time out. No talking. Nothing. Just put him there, close the door. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the door. Because he's not barking, nothing. Just open the door and leave door open. Even though he's very interesting about what's going on there, he immediately came back. And now he's going there. Now if you want to call him to come in, you can close the door again. Just to close the door so he knows actually that that's a separate place. It's not something that... Just, no, don't call him. Just close the door. Yeah. Never mind, just let him walk around. He doesn't have where to go. Interesting, right?
I'm learning so much today. Goodness.
Okay, open the door again. There you go, close the door and sit down. What did you want? What was the question? Okay, good. No. So you're gonna think about spaying and neutering after watching this video. Vedran gonna send you an email.
I noticed your whole reaction, your whole demeanor when I said it, and so now I'm like, oh my God.
And once you start digging a little deeper, you're gonna see entire different world exist out there. Do it again. No, don't call him, because now you can't put him out. Now, no, don't. Stop. Now you need to stop, because you can stop. Sit down. Like, get back, yeah. Why you cannot pick him up now? Because you called him to come. Leave him. That's okay. Yeah, leave him. Because at once you called him to come to you.
So you don't call?
No, you can't call him, because if he comes, then it's older than barking. Right? He barked, and then you tried to catch him. He went away, and then you called him. So the calling overrides the barking.
Okay.
So now if you would call him and he comes and you put him in timeout, what he connects is, when I answer calling, she will put me out. So you need to be very mindful about everything. And slowly you go through the course, week by week, lesson by lesson. And there is also how you feed. Is he free feeder? Do you have a food on the...
I have food, yes.
All the day out?
But no, I pick it up. So how often should I put it down and then pick it up? Because he'll just be drinking and eating all day.
Yeah, because you put like 1, 2, how old is he? Now you can do it again. Pick him up, no talking. Yeah, just keep following him. He knows the drill. That's why he goes, okay, I think this is enough. Leave him there. Sometimes you need to distinguish when it's okay, I don't want to play hide and seek with you. No eye contact. no eye contact. But occasionally he'll gonna, oh, you called him. Now you can, if you called him to come to you and he comes, then you pet him. Because you did put your arms on your leg, like come here, right? That's a question. That's kind of like an invitation. And if you do that, it's okay, completely okay, because then you are inviting dog to come to you. It's not that he came to you on its own. And then when he does that, then pet him, because he did a good job. Do you understand? Okay? But you see, he's getting calmer as we go through this. Even if you don't put him out in a timeout, he knows your intention. That's why he goes away. But he also take that as a possibility to play hide and seek with you. Okay, you're going to follow me where I go. And you follow him until a certain point, and you stop following him. Right?
So with the crate thing, just leave it open so he can have access in and out.
Oh, you have a crate?
Yes.
Why do you have a crate?
I didn't know what to do in the beginning. And so
Okay.
whenever he's trying to bite someone, put him up. So but I know when kids came, we took him out, went outside, and just let him be free. And when he came back in, he was.
Yeah, don't. The crate is always like coming like a punishment, because crate is a way of time out, but without being time. Now you can again try. Pick him up. But don't, if you can't catch him, don't run for a long time. Just maybe one more time. There you go. No, go, leave him. So immediately he runs away from you, you do not engage, you stop. Because that's also a punishment. That's also a level of the punishment, kind of. Because he barked, you didn't say nothing, you started going to him, and the moment he starts going away from you, he understands that you want to put him in a timeout. So he's far away from, he's very clever, very smart dog, so that leads you to be 2 steps ahead. And since you have a grandkids, I guess, like you have that instinct, I would just trust it more than you maybe do at the moment.
What about the padding? Do we leave the pads out?
Is he using them?
No.
There you go. Then don't use them. You maybe can replace them with the. Is he peeing? And is he peeing in a home? He does.
Yeah, he did it on the carpet. Yes, last night, and in the kitchen yesterday.
Yeah, you maybe try with like a boy's like a diaper,
Okay.
like a diaper around, and that will stop you engaging. And also, if he does it and you see it, also don't mention it, because it's attention seeking. Don't panic. You can't.
No, I just put him up because I didn't know. But he knew what he did because he stood back and looked at me.
Yeah, he's very clever. You said like
Very
he's.
clever.
Yeah. But his energy is calming down as we go through this process. Calms down. Calms
It's
down.
gonna continue as long as he with the marking and with the.
Yeah, because what you need.
Marking in the house. That's marking.
That is marking. Yeah, because he's showing you that he's the boss in the house, and you're gonna get away.
He went to my bedroom and marked in my bedroom.
You're gonna get rid of that through the program and the course.
Okay.
No, not yet. He need to be quiet for you to do that. Okay, you can do it again. Like try to get him. Stand up. Try to catch him. Okay, disengage. It's kind of like disengage. You know what? Because you are now against his brain, not against his thing, right? And what you are doing here is trying to develop a new pathways for him to understand the new messaging,
Right.
the new language of yours. So now you can call him. Call him, tell him, come, good boy, praise him. You can have some treat or something like that. Do you have some treat?
No, I don't.
Do you have some treat, Vedran? It's okay. Tell him it's okay. It's okay. Tell him it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
One
It's
time.
okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Stand up, stand up. So you don't. It's only once. Once is enough. Go in front of the door. Here, here. There you go. So he need to understand that you are in charge. Okay, now it's okay. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you.
And go to your chair. So you see, last time, when you was doing this okay thing, he was in front of her as well.
Yeah.
But now the second time he was not. He stayed behind her. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go. Pray, good boy.
He kept trying to go in front of
Yeah.
her.
But second time, no.
No.
So now you can give him just a little bit so he gets his little. No, you. Just take it there. Yeah. Yeah, just give him a little cheese and that's it. He likes cheese? Maybe. Thank you. There you go. Oh, he doesn't like it. Now you can put a thing on him and just finish doing your job. There you go. And more things you can do without talking to him, more greater you will be able to find out. So how do I inspire my dog to doing what I want them to do without telling them to do it?
Yes.
That's going to be your little.
Learn it.
You need to find a way to do that. But that's a funny process. And he's like amazingly. You can tell by looking at his face that he's very calm and nice dog. Yeah, I don't know where this aggression came into a picture.
Thank you so much. I mean, listen. Thank you. I didn't have no idea I was coming to class today, but I learned some things.
Oh my! I'll tell you. Thank you guys. So you.
So much. And I'm sorry, guys, for intervening. This was good to see. I needed to
Huh?
see
Every
Kako.
every
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So next time. See you next time. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank
you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh.
I don't know because he was thinking it's the dog Noah, is it? But no, that's a that's a kid's name.
I thought it was Noah too.
Yeah, me too.
That's an odd name for a dog.
No, because she was talking to him, to the boy, when she said Noah.
Yeah.
So, but you didn't see that because I'm the one only watching
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Cute little guy.
Yeah.
So you and he was cute because at one end he was like calling the dog to come to him, and then the dog came, and I said like when the dog listens to you, then you praise. You don't put him away, right?
And they think they're doing wrong, but
You confuse the dog.
yeah, you're confused.
And the confusion often can lead to aggression because that's how the dog expresses confusion. Because what is a confusion in attachment theory? How the confusion shows up? Which
Out of fear.
no, but out from three types of insecure attachment, which environment is a confusive environment for the child, disorganized. And then disorganized attachment can show up in both ways, avoiding the situation that occasionally, how long you can avoid? Until the corner, until you are cornered, right? So you can go far back from the situation until you are not cornered, right? But then you can't avoid it anymore. So what's the alternative? Anxiety that leads to aggression. So with disorganized attachment, dogs towards the environment always leads to aggression, because it can be avoidant until a certain moment. After that, turns into a fight. That was actually, she didn't interrupt the class, she actually gave it a nice flair to it, right?
It was really
Yeah,
nice to see
that was
that
good.
in person,
Yeah.
like in practice.
Yeah.
Any questions on this, or anything on a workbook, or on this or that? Any thoughts to share, any comments to add?
No, that was very good just to learn that kind of whole process of
Yeah.
getting the stop barking.
But I must tell you, like, both of you are like, with your comments and little, nodding and not a kind of, how you say that, we clap,
Just nodding.
Just
nodding that you could go, agreeing, yeah, that means that actually you understand the situation. And that's already shaping your, because even when I was talking about the spaying and neutering, you was having a kind of like, you were in a confirming, so I'm surprised with that. What's your take on that?
I just did it. I mean, I figured it. I just didn't realize like the sort of like hormonal
Mm-hmm.
implications. I mean, it makes sense. That's why they told my mom to not get her dachshund spayed
Mm-hmm.
until like at least 2 years.
Oh my
Because
God.
of the back and the growth hormones.
Good
I think
job.
The same as goes for corgis as well. But I do understand how it's important in terms of shelters are incredibly overloaded, and so it is.
It's always an alternative method. You can still spay and neuter them, but not chop the testicles and ovaries out.
Yeah.
So there is alternative way to do that.
I didn't even know there was alternative.
Yeah.
ways.
IT, yeah.
It's just
No.
You know, there's just.
a way.
No, because, but then, why the people are taking everything out? Because the vasectomy is a little more complex surgery to do. Even it's not a two, because you have testicles and you have two little things that are going down to a uterus, actually, bringing sperm down there, and it's going to be ejaculated through the penis. So what you do is actually you just take a little kind of like a sewing, what you use for sewing,
Needle.
Yeah.
needle and
Needle and thread.
thread. So you do the thread and just
Just tie it off.
tie it off, so the sperm cannot go through it.
Yeah.
It will still produce testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not the
Okay.
function of it.
Yeah. And because that's exactly what the men would do, not to lose the sexual drive. So they would still be able to have like a sexual intercourse without, because that's the way of contraception as well. It can be a female or male. Some of them need to do something. So if the female, on the contrast to a female, leave the ovaries intact and just take uterus out. So there again, hormones are present, but without possibility to reproduce.
What is it called?
Is
Menopause.
Menopause?
Is that why menopause is caused? Because they take everything out, not just the
Yeah,
uterus?
actually it is a menopause in a sense. But you cannot have it's not normal to have a menopause as a child
No.
or before you are actually entering like a, and what is a menopause?
Yeah, like 50. My
Yeah.
mom just was going through it. It was awful.
It was because again hormones. What happens is actually why menopause, because the egg cell comes from ovary, right? Gets into the uterus, and if not fertilized, in a month it's going to go out, and the entire part of the uterus that was produced in order to feed the fetus, yes, you're going to go out, and that's what we see is a period, right? The blood goes out, right? And then that circle gonna keep repeating itself until the body releases the egg cells inside the uterus. When the hormonal change and shift starts, in order to turn off the ovaries to produce egg cells, we call it menopause. And that egg cells are not anymore produced, and that's why the period stops. right? And it can, it can, and with some time, you have some younger women or the girls that stopped having a period, right, because of the hormonal change. So the hormonal change impacted the production of the egg cells, why they are not released anymore from the ovaries, why they're actually nothing to clean, nothing to get rid of, right?
They just renamed the PCOS to PCOS, the polycystic ovary syndrome. No?
No.
It's a pretty common, sort of hormonal thing that women can get that affects the whole reproductive system. They just renamed it to PMOS, which is, I think it's like polyendocrine metabolism syndrome. It shifts the focus away from the
Ovaries.
the cyst that
Okay.
you don't need to have which you don't need to have in order to have the hormonal effects, which are more prevalent.
And oftentimes the hormonal reason for a hormonal imbalance can be a mineral imbalance linked to the malnutrition due to the poor food that we choose for our nutrition.
Yeah.
I also find it interesting how not very many mammals bleed when the uterine lining comes out. Like dogs and humans bleed, but cats don't, and most other mammals don't. So I think it's interesting how we got that.
It is. Yeah. It is interesting. Maybe because I think there is a lot kind of takes a lot of material to produce a good place for baby to grow.
Yeah.
And I think more the little baby of whoever species needs, the better bleeding gonna be seen, because more things are produced, right? Dogs are pretty complex because it's not only one. The dogs are many, many egg cells are released, right? Because they barely deliver one. There's always 5, 7, 6, 5. So the girls of the dogs bleed very, very. But for example, interestingly, in a pack of the wolves, none of the, because they don't release egg cells because they won't breed.
Because they know they.
But they first they don't have it who.
Yeah.
Everything is the siblings, the brothers,
Yeah.
or the father. So in order for them to have baby, they need to go out from the pack.
Yeah. That was so cool to see.
Huh?
That was so cool to see. Just
And also what you see, the people's reaction.
Yeah.
She was hungry for someone to tell her that her instinct is right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to confirm her feelings,
Yeah.
not to just deny them because they saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And because she's surrounded with the environment that makes a pressure on her, she thinks she's one that's crazy. And it was very easy to put Black Lady out from that mindset of he behaves like this because he's Chihuahua. Right?
Yeah.
But also you need to set the stage for what you're going to say there. Because, I said I don't want to insult you on any level, but this is where I go. But she caught it immediately, and it was an off guard because she was understanding exactly where it goes later on.
Yeah.
Right? You don't label anyone for how they look and assume that because they look, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because no one really thinks about it in the context of dogs.
No one, yeah.
Like the racism.
Yeah, but why? It's the same thing. And that's why I say in Serbian, you have a human race, but for breeds of the dog, you would also call them race. It's the same word.
Yeah.
Rasa, it would be race actually. And then the breed, the breed came out from the breeding the breed, right? Breed, the bred, and why? Because we bred them, they are not breeding themselves, right? We put them together so they breed together, and that's how we created breeds, by breeding the dogs,
Yeah.
right? But outcome of the breeding is not a breed, but it's a race. Why? Because it's the same species, just looking different.
Yeah.
Because also oftentimes in the chart. I don't know how it's called, but we can look them up. I can ask Vedran because I forgot my laptop. I can look that up. Like how does it called? Like you know you have a family, the species, and then a family within the species, or the species within the family. So there is a like a zoological nomenclature for how you shorten, yeah, topology, yeah. So we should see how the species, different types are called, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so. They're called breeds.
No, they all have. There's like a bunch. It's like genus, species.
Yeah, that's what I said, like long. And I was thinking, like, how they, for example, we have a gray wolf and a black wolf and a red wolf. So what's that? It's a wolf, and it's a gray wolf, and it's a silver wolf, and whatever wolf are there. What are there within the species? And then, you know, probably I don't think so that those would be breeds, because they are not bred to be.
So species, subspecies.
Maybe. So now we can say like but then subspecies in the context of human and dogs might be not appropriate, because so the black is human, and then subspecies would be white, black, and Asian in that context. But that's maybe not much, right? So, and that's when you are kind of like trying to describe something. It's very important which words you use to describe it, because that's going to lead you to the conclusion, and conclusion going to lead to the reaction to what you try to work around. So name it by its name, right? And then you know what you're dealing with. Until you do that, you are wrong. And that's how we are wronging dogs, because we are labeling them differently than we label the same thing within the human species. Right? And every single time we labeled the human species, outcome of that was a slavery and Holocaust. So we have the outline of that already.
Yeah.
What you do when you think something is better than someone because how they look. I don't say there is no reason for the people are better and worse than each other, but it has nothing to do with how they look. It has to do about the environment that shaped them, the family they come from, the school they went to, the exposure, all the senses and the way they experience the environment that led them to the point of where they are. Okay, now we have this game, who's bigger and why. Let me just clean this for... Ajde počisti ovo, kerovi se istrali na sve strane. You can take a little break and then we'll move on.
Hit stop on the recording.